Day 2 from our Tuscaloosa Regional, and we've already had some fireworks as the national seed Alabama Crimson Tide take on Southeastern Louisiana out of the Southland Conference, winning their first tournament game in program history yesterday. Part of
Coach Murphy continues to shuffle around the Alabama lineup.
Into the shift, and it's short. A strong throw from Chloe McGee, one down.
It's yesterday.
7th pitch of the at-bat to third. Long throw across the diamond for Maria Detillier, who had an excellent day yesterday. 2 down, bases empty in the 1-2. Evelyn floats it into right field, and there is the catch from Cullivan. A 1-2-3 inning to start for Sarah Blanchard.
Path of the ball and use the ground to be able to use their speed with all the infield singles that they're able to leg out.
1 down in the first.
Maybe Bailey Dowling got a bug in her eye there. Just flew right in.
0-2 to first, and quickly 2 down in the first for Kayla Beaver. Mile high pop up behind home, giving chase Marley Giles, and in her first start since March 30th, Giles makes the play to end the end. A double in that game against the Tigers. And here's a base hit into right field. Marley Giles with 2 hits in her last 2 games.
Which is just unbelievable.
Johnson pops it up, and behind home making the play, Bailey Krolchek, the reigning conference player of the year from a season ago, 1 down.
What he's been able to build here with the year out, and Coach Murphy is at the center of that.
Caught at second. They try to double up Giles, and 2 quick outs after the leadoff single. Dowling into fair territory, fielded out of the circle by Sarah Blanchard, and she sets down the side after a leadoff single by Marley Giles. Still scoreless. Coming by way of Texas. Second-year JUCO transfer, was the conference player of the year a season ago. And goes down looking, the second strikeout of the day for Kayla Beaver. Lexi Johnson drives it into the gap in left center, and it's off the base of the wall. A double for Southeastern here in the second, their first extra base hit of the tournament. Broussard takes off, throw down from Giles, beat her by a mile. 2 down in the second.
Marley Giles, who just put that in a perfect spot to make the tag.
And just like that, the inning is over. Giles wipes away the potential go-ahead run. Beaver takes care of the rest. Scoreless after 2 against SC Upstate. 6 of those came with 2 outs. And a strikeout of the leadoff hitter for Sarah Blanchard, her first K of the afternoon.
Like the
junior college level. Pruitt swinging away, fielded on the ground by Detillier, and the stretch at first by Lexi Johnson. 2 down.
Isn't it crazy that Maria Detillier did not play third?
Was recruited as a middle infielder. 5 games into her freshman year, got the call to move over to third. Bunt dropped down by Kristen White, fielded by Blanchard, and just in time. Got her up the line. And a 1-2-3 inning for Sarah Blanchard.
Time and also some faith involvement.
Third strikeout of the afternoon for Beaver in what was her first
corner.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Kayla Beaver. How about another payoff pitch strikeout? Kayla Beaver sets down the side.
First time through the order, 5 strikeouts today. 4 other pitch. We need to get on time with one of them. Like that.
Right into the mid of guess who? Maria Detillier in the hot corner. Have a weekend.
Right at her.
Fly ball into left field. Back on it is Watson and makes the catch off the bat of Callie Hevelin. 2 down. Best hitters at the time of the injury. And takes low. A 2-out walk drawn by Marley Giles.
It's a good at bat by Marley Giles, and Alabama has
2 outs, so what? That's the saying in Tuscaloosa. And Johnson says, so what? Lining it into center. First to third goes Giles. Safe. Now coming home on the bobble in center. And the Tide take the lead.
Jenna Johnson was the one who scored the run in yesterday's game, the game-winning run, and she got a hit with 2 outs to get on base for Bailey Dowling, and now she's the one that, again, puts the ball in play, gets a 2-out hit, and with the bobble, Alabama is easily going to be able to score Marley Giles all the way from first base. That is a critical mistake out in center field by Cam Goodman. And
Alabama's Abby Dukeshire stands in. Up the middle, off the glove of Blanchard, and scoops it with the mitt to end the inning. But the Tide strike first with some great base running by Marley Giles and the R in Tuscaloosa. Working on her 6th strikeout. There it is, inside corner. 4 in a row retired by strikeout for Kayla Beaver. Beaver to first, 2 down. The Tide in the bottom of the 4th. Still a 1-hitter going for Kayla Beaver through 4 in Tuscaloosa.
one day because it's an elimination day.
Ground ball to third. Detillier has been money all weekend, 1 away.
So we started with 64, and literally they can win in the postseason and take on some Power 5 teams with Dot Richardson, Olympian being their head coach.
2 outs in the 5th. Bounced by Liberty on their home field. 1-2-3 inning for Sarah Blanchard. She set down 4 in a row. Tide clinging to a 1-run lead. They will take the plate when we return.
Years that have been lifesavers for her, in her words.
High fly ball center field. Back on it is White. 1 away. Seven strikeouts today for Kayla Beaver.
Maddie Watson doing a good job of looking down.
Got the 2-2 strikeout. Number 8 for Kayla Beaver.
The outfield, other than that, everything has been placed on the dirt, plus a couple of hits.
Here's one on the dirt. Bounce to short. McGee, a sidearm sling to first. 1 down. Well, the Women's College World Series returns to Oklahoma. Yeah, that elusive win against an SEC program that this team so highly desires. Hanging in the balance here on a 1-out walk drawn by Kenley Cahalan. Up the middle, fielded it short. That's a double play that gets an errant throw, and up to second goes Hevelin. And it looked like that was in the bag for Chloe McGee.
Right down the middle, and they got back into it. 2 strikes there.
And a payoff strikeout of Marley Giles. Gets out of the inning after the error put a runner in scoring position.
There, haven't seen a lot of that.
Here's one up the middle and a base hit. The first of the day since the 2nd inning. And it snaps a streak of 10 straight retired for Kayla Beaver. Just the 2nd time today that Southeastern has had a runner aboard. Popped up foul territory, called off by Giles. 1 down.
Best case.
And time has been called. Hang on a second here. Some type of call has come in from Ronald White. And Cam Goodman is arguing that she... Flares it into left field and down for a base hit. First to third goes Greeley. And now runners at the corners and a tying run at third base for Southeastern.
Because the last time that they had a runner in, no play going on here.
They're going to have to get her because the tying run has come home. Rick Freeman plays small ball and ties it in Tuscaloosa.
First and third play is always so tough defensively, especially when you're going up against a team that has the speed of Southeastern Louisiana. You cannot take your eye off the ball. So little delayed steal by Watson, who's creeping off of first base, just trying to lure that throw. She gets it. And as soon as Cahalan makes that next throw, it's going to be Greeley that just goes ahead and ties up this game. And look at Rick Freeman. He's scoring with Greeley. Just strike out a single down the line. We've seen 126 infield singles for the Southeastern Louisiana team this year. It's a ton.
2-2 strikeout. Kayla Beaver slams the door on.
The visitors, Southeastern Louisiana, is a home team.
Fly ball to center off the bat of Jenna Johnson, and back to make the catch Cam Goodman.
And what ends up happening.
Action in the pen for Southeastern at the moment. Squirts it to the right side. Flipped from the glove by Maddie Watson. 2 down.
Sarah Blanchard, good setup.
Nothing win against SC Upstate. Floats it in the left field and down for a base hit. Could a 2-out rally be brewing for the Tide in the top of the 7th? Ahead run for the Tide. 2 outs and a 2-2 count for Lauren Esmond. Down on strikes. Sarah Blanchard dialing it up to end the inning. And get to Tillier in the right field and caught on the run by Larissa Pruitt. And 41 runs batted in. Lines it to second. 2 down. And now Lexi Johnson into the NCAA tournament. Line drive into the gap in right center and caught on the run by Kristen White. A 1-2-3 inning by Kayla Beaver. On the extras we go in Tuscaloosa. Lone season they didn't. Since that reformation of the construction of this tournament was in 2022, losing to Stanford. Here's a bunt drop down to start the 8th and fielded well by Bailey Krolchek. Yesterday, now a 7 1/3 today against Alabama.
And kept her pitch count down today, just 93 pitches thrown.
White to Blanchard, fields, 2 gone.
Again, handling that speed, and because the regional weekend is so long, it's such a grind of so many games, but that's what these teams are playing for, a chance to make it not only to Supers, but the Women's College World Series. I mean, that's the softball homeland as Cahalan walks there on a full count.
Back-to-back walks. Rolled to third. It's the Tillier who has been so solid in the hot corner, and again, Southeastern has a chance to win it. See tournament last week against LSU. And a quick out of Maddie Watson.
They played in a lot of close games.
Against Kayla Beaver. Drops down a bunt, fielded by Giles, and the strong throw to first covered by Hevelin. 2 down.
Both team
has been pretty darn solid behind the plate. Has thrown out a runner and a squib to first base. A 1-2-3 inning, a 4-pitch inning for Kayla Beaver. The 2-2 count to Marley Giles. Flared into shallow right center and caught backpedaling by Maddie Watson. 1 down in the 9th. Afternoon. Johnson draws a 1-out walk. One-two count. Valentine in the air to left, at the wall. Alabama takes first home run of the tournament, and the Tide lead it 3-1.
Talked about defense, but the one thing that you cannot defend is a home run. Riley Valentine took the pitch before to get to this pitch. A 1-2, 2-run home run, a pinch hit, 2-run home run. And again, Coach Murphy pulls the right strings at the right time in the postseason. It's something that you've seen over and over and over again if you're a Crimson Tide fan or opponent.
Dowling gets it over the glove of Maria Detillier. And a wide round about first base. She'll stay put. 1-1 out single. 20th and just her third home run of the year. Fly deep into left and caught in foul territory by Kaylin Watson. And 2 gone in the 9th. They had gone 10 games without a home run. Pruitt laces it into right field to continue the inning. And turns the lineup back over to Kristen White. White in the center, charging it is Goodman, won't get there. And around to score from second base is Dowling. 4-1 tie.
Alabama just continuing to string these hits together in great at-bats. More 2-out hits and 2-out scoring for Alabama in this regional. Kristen White just finding a hole out there right in front of Cam Goodman. And out of her hand, at least.
Rolled to first. Nobody covering the bag. Cahalan will beat it out, and the runner comes home. That is Pruitt scoring from second base. Heads up base running by the Tide, and now a rundown with Cahalan gets back to the bag, but is tagged out in time. And I don't believe the runner came across. That was Kristen White trying to score before the tag. Another look.
Well, and I thought that she was able to get back. This essentially turns into a first and third play. And, oh, this is just going to be so close. Looks like the tag is right there. And important to know that the call in the field is going to be out at first base. So there has to be indisputable video evidence that proves that her hand got back to the bag before the tag got to her. And I think the views that we've seen so far, I don't see anything with a clear view to indisputably prove otherwise, because even Southeastern Louisiana might luck out here, because a couple of these views, there's players who are blocking. Like right here, it's Sarah Blanchard. You can't see if the tag is made and when it's made. And then the other view as well, there's a player that's blocking. So I think that, to me, this is my personal opinion, you cannot prove that her hand, from this angle, the only one that we can really see, you cannot prove that her hand got back before the tag was made.
After review, due to obstruction, the ruling on the field is changed. The runner is safe.
Evelyn on the ground, gets over the elbow of Detillier, but backing her up at short is Chloe McGee. Southeastern gets out of the inning, but not before a big one. 2-0 to start a regional. High chopper to third. Goodman trying to beat it out and slides in safely at first base.
Well, and I mean, let's just call it how it is. Now backs off the plate.
Flair, left side, caught backpedaling by Kenley Cahalan. 1 out in the 9th, regional final. And it gets through her legs. No play at either base. 2-1 for Southeastern.
And this is just how they start to chip away.
2-hit day yesterday for Maria Detillier. None so far today against Kayla Beaver. That one gets away from Beaver, and both runners will advance. Couple of innings ago. 2-1, Detillier hammers it to center field. Back on it is White. Both runners will tag, and in to score is Cam Goodman from third.
It's a good swing by Detillier that almost got out of here all the way to the warning track to take Kristen Brown. She
will dig into the plate. Lines it off the glove of Beaver. And in to score from third is Chloe McGee. 3-run lead for Alabama.
Krolczyk just determined and such a great experienced hitter that Beaver having to face there.
The 1-1 to Johnson. Ground ball right side, fielded at second base, and that'll do it. The Tide are headed to the regional final on Sunday afternoon.
What a game for Kayla Beaver and this crowd. And I mean, the Riley Valentine pitch, it was everything that came after that home run that helped give them this win. Scored 5 runs in the top of the 9th inning. Absolutely huge to put up those 6 runs against a Southeastern Louisiana team that scores a lot.
And so Bama stays in the winner's bracket and advances to the regional final. Meanwhile, Southeastern Louisiana will await the winner of Clemson